What's up, guys? Dylan here, coming to you with an Exodia deck profile for August 2012. This is, of course, based off the September 2012 ban list that has been leaked, although there aren't really any cards in here that were affected by that. But we're going to go ahead and go through it. It's been a while since I've done a profile on this deck. I believe it's probably been over a year, but we're going to go ahead and run through it. I've made quite a few changes and tested it out, seeing as how it's an FTK. I can pretty much test it out alone. But starting out, besides Exodia, of course, 3 Royal Magical Libraries, essentially the draw engine of the deck, aside from all the actual draw cards themselves. If you guys don't know what this does, basically, when it gets 3 counters on it, by activating a spell, it gets 1 counter. When it gets 3, you can remove 1 counter to draw a card. Just pluses like nuts. Seeing as how it's an Exodia deck, Blue Eyes White Dragon. This is my favorite artwork of this card, by the way, if you guys didn't know. I know there are several different versions now, the Ghost Rares and whatnot. But to me, I still like the classic Blue Eyes. But you have to run 3 Blue Eyes. Next up, Blue Eyes Toon Dragon. This is for the Toon World / Toon Table part of the deck, as well as the trade-ins. Next up, 3 White Stone of Legends. Also, guys, if anyone has these in Super Rare, I need them. Please let me know if you have these in Super Rare. I need them from you. Basically, this card works with cards of consonants, which I'll get to in a moment. Essentially what it is, when you use cards of consonants, you discard 1 Dragon-type tuner, 1 level 1 Dragon-type tuner, to the graveyard to draw 2 cards. Well, White Stone's effect is when it's sent to the graveyard by any way, you can add a Blue Eyes White Dragon from your deck to your hand. And that really comes in handy whether or not using trade-in or hand destruction or something. Just something to use Blue Eyes. But cards of consonants, however, I run 3 of those. Also, if you guys have these in Super Rare, I also need these in Super Rare. I'm trying to upgrade the rarity in this deck. So if you guys have these, please let me know in Super. Next up, 3 trade-in. This is for your Blue Eyes White Dragon or Blue Eyes Toon Dragon. Essentially, discard 1 level 8 monster to draw 2 cards. I mean, it's that simple. Either Blue Eyes or Blue Eyes Toon Dragon, either one. So yeah, and I also need another rare trade-in. If you guys have one, I have 2 rares and 1 common, but I need a rare from, I believe it's from, Turbo Pack 1. So if you guys have one, let me know. Next up, 3 Upstart Goblins. Life points don't really matter in this type of deck, seeing as how as soon as you get in your hand you win, so life points of your opponents aren't really a matter in this deck. If you guys have supers, I know they just came out in Turbo Pack 8, let me know. I need them. Next up, 3 One Day of Peace. Luckily this card wasn't hit by the ban list because there was a fake one floating around that was saying this was going to get hit. However, it didn't. This card's really, really good, especially if your Royal Magical Library gets destroyed. You take no battle damage. The only bad thing is it lets your opponent draw a card, but most likely you're either going to win or lose on the first turn anyway. Next up, 3 Magical Mallets. I do need 1 more Ultra. I have 2 Ultras, but I don't really want to put them in here until I get the full playset. Basically, you can shuffle any number of cards in your hand to your deck and draw the same amount. Pretty good card. Kind of like Reload, except it lets you a little more personal choices, I guess you could say. The only card proxied is Toon Table of Contents. It wasn't proxied in my last deck because I actually still had them. I traded these off not long ago at locals. So if you guys have any, I really need these also, preferably gold rare. Essentially what it does, if you got Royal Magical out, play 1, it gets a counter. You search out another. What it does is you can search your deck for a card with Toon in its name and add to your hand. Then get another one, which allows you to get to the 3rd and play it. So there's 3 counters. Once you remove, you get a card off a Royal Magical Library. And when you play the 3rd and final, that's where the Blue Eyes Toon Dragon comes in handy. You add it to your hand, and you can use it with trade-in or hand destruction or anything like that that would allow you to. The only thing I like using it with hand destruction is because you can't plus off of Super Rejuvenation. That's one of the reasons I only run 2 hand destruction. It's a pretty good card. However, with Super Rejuvenation, it says discarded. This says send to the graveyard, so that doesn't work with that. But I need a rare version of that also, if you guys have them. 2 reloads. My last deck, I didn't have this in it, but I've been testing it out, and I really, really like this card. I was thinking about running the bamboo, broken bamboo, or golden bamboo cards or whatever, but I think reload really helps, is a lot better than that little thing I was going to start doing. I believe I have another super rare of these somewhere, but reload's really good in here. So yeah, and then 3 more cards. I only run 1 super rejuvenation. Simply because honestly, I find it to run a whole lot more consistent at 1. I mean, I know, yeah, you can play 3 and get a whole bunch of draws and whatnot, but I really like this card at 1. I like to have a little, I like to have a little fun with it besides I'm actually winning, knowing I'm going to win almost every time. 1 Dark Factory mass production. So if you have hand destruction and possibly you have 2 pieces of Exodia in your hand, you kind of risk it when you use hand destruction and ditch them because you might not draw this card, but most of the time you will. And then 1 Pot of Duality. I didn't have this on my last build either, but I find it to run pretty good. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much the deck. If you like it, just let me know. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. If you have any suggestions about what maybe I should do to it, if I should add cards, take cards out, keep it like it is, just let me know. I'm open to opinions. I like hearing from you guys. I know I haven't had content in a while, like of any sorts. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the deck. If you guys like it, like I said, just leave a comment down below and let me know. I really like this deck. It's really fun. So yeah, just let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. This is Dylan. See you next time.